discussing their challenges and their successes. Heard only here on Rogers TV Durham.
This is Rogers TV. This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details. The following program was provided by a valued member of our local community. Rogers TV is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit our website.
Join me today as we head out to Port Hope, Ontario to A&T Country Canning, and then we come back and we make some fresh pasta using 00 flour and a delicious bolognese. Join me today on Farm to Fork. Welcome to our series Farm to Fork. I'm Chef Connie Powers and you're watching Rogers TV. Today we are taking you on a tour of a small farmers market in Port Hope, Ontario. It's on Highway 2 going into Port Hope, and it's run by two cousins, Annette and Tracy Harness. They do a lot of canning. They do a lot of produce growing and bringing in. They've got herbs. They've got a lot of things in this small farmers market. It's adjoined to the family farm, a beef farm. So they sell their chickens, they sell beef, they sell pork, eggs. It's a one-stop place for you. We are going to be making a bolognese / spaghetti sauce today. Now, what's the difference between spaghetti sauce and bolognese? Bolognese is a rich, beef-rich, thick sauce, where spaghetti sauce is a tomato-driven sauce. We're going to make the two together. Let's get started. So we're going to get our pan heated. We're going to add in a little bit of olive oil. And we're going to start off with 500 grams of ground beef. This is a lean ground beef. That's why I've put some oil in it. Now, what we want to do is make our aromatics. We want to make our mirepoix very fine. We don't want this to be chunky. We want this to be mostly about the meat sauce. So I've got one onion, good size white onion. I've got some carrot, celery, and 3 good sized cloves of garlic. I'm just going to chop this up. Now, I'm doing it in my food processor because I want it really fine. So I'll put all of the ingredients in there while our pan is heating. And we'll get that into a real nice fine mince. This is the way that I like to do the mirepoix, just as fine as can be. All right, let's set all of our garlic papers aside, and let's start with the beef. Okay, the meat is browning. It's not entirely done yet. And this is where we're going to add in our mirepoix, the carrots, the celery, and the garlic. So it's nice and fine. It's going to fit right in with the minced beef. You know, if you want to add something else, you can. Just don't add anything that is going to overpower. Some people may even think, oh, I'm going to put in some peppers, but it'll overpower it. And you can see that that looks like almost as much beef as I have, and that's okay. It's all going to caramelize and get cooked down. Okay, we mix that in, and we're going to give that just a few minutes for the mirepoix to start caramelizing. All right, our mirepoix is starting to cook down. It's blending in with the meat. That's great. This is where you're going to add your wine. I'm going to add a cup. Now, if you decide not to do the wine, I know other people who have done an apple juice in here. An Italian's going to tell you that's not going to work. 1 cup of wine. Measure with your heart. Why did I put the wine in now and not after? It's because my pasta sauce, my bolognese / spaghetti sauce, includes some milk. And if you put those in together, it's not going to be a good thing. So let's stir that up. That really smells nice. We are going to let this cook down just a bit before we add the next ingredients. We're going to take you on a short break. We'll be right back.
Think it's okay to drive high? Think again. Drug-impaired driving is as illegal as drunk driving, and in Ontario, the penalties are the same. If police suspect you're driving under the influence of drugs of any kind, or a combination of drugs and alcohol, and you fail a roadside test, your license will be suspended immediately for up to 30 days. You'll pay a penalty of $198. And you can be charged with a criminal offense of impaired driving, the same as alcohol. Driving high is never okay.
When I was little, my mother took me to the zoo. My love affair began right there. I wanted to know everything about giraffes, but there were no books, so I went to Africa to study them myself.
I was expecting Mr. Enos. You misrepresented yourself.
I certainly did not. I am A. Innes.
If I knew you were Miss A. Enos, I never would have invited you.
Exactly.
My research was considered groundbreaking and published in the world's top scientific journals. I became known as the first authority on giraffes. Discrimination against women in Canadian universities prevented me from getting tenure, but my love for giraffes persisted all my life.
My mother, Dr. Anne Innes Stagg, was the first Western scientist, man or woman, to study any African mammal in the wild. In 2019, she received the Order of Canada.
Are you a content creator looking to expand your audience and make your voice heard in your community? Rogers TV wants to provide you with a platform to share your hobbies, interests, and stories for free. Visit us to find out more.
And we're back. I'm Chef Connie Powers. You're watching Rogers TV Farm to Fork. Today we're going to 1933 Highway 2 in Port Hope, Ontario at a farm called A&T Country Canning. It's a small farmer's market that has delicious canning, some baked goods, chicken, eggs, produce, just about anything. And it's adjoining the family farm. So far we have simple. We have browned some beef, we've put some mirepoix, and we've put 1 cup of white wine and some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. We're going to continue on now. It has cooked, the wine has cooked down, the meat's flavorful, and we're going to add in 1 quart of passata. So we're going to add in the 1 quart, I smelled the wine as I poured it in. We're going to add in a little bit of tomato paste. Now, if this were a bolognese ragu, you would have removed everything to the side of this pot before the passata, and you would have put a little bit of this on the bottom of the pot to let it cook through. I'm just going to add it right in. I'm going to add maybe 2 tablespoons. It just adds that richness and a little bit more depth. Okay, from there, we are going to add in tomato sauce. Now, this is different than passata. It's a little bit thicker. So we're going to see how much do we have. I've got probably about 4 cups here, and I don't want to use it all right away just in case I don't have to. Let's give another seasoning. And here's where we're going to add in, before we add in any more of our liquid ingredients, we're going to add in the spices. So what do I have here? I have bay leaf. And I believe a bay leaf, you know, if I come back in another life, I want to be a bay leaf, because nobody has high hopes like a bay leaf. Does it do anything? We don't know. A little bit of oregano. Let's say a teaspoon and a half. Some thyme. Let's say another teaspoon and a half. You can add what you like. You can take away. You can add more later. And here's the kicker of it all. I learned this from a chef when I was a kid working in his restaurant. A little bit of cinnamon. Now, what do I put? Maybe an eighth of a teaspoon, not very much. It does not want to ring through as cinnamon. It wants to ring through as warmth. Here's where it gets a little weird. We're going to add in a little bit of chicken stock. I want to thin this down, and I want it to become really a smooth, all the tomatoes folded in together and nothing standing out. So I have got 2 cups. I'm going to add in about a cup and a half. I'm going to add a little bit more tomato sauce. This is where you play with it. So I've added probably another cup and a half. All right, the last ingredient that we're going to be adding to our sauce is going to be a cup of milk. I don't add that yet. I am going to let the tomatoes settle in, cook a bit. This is going to give us that really rich, creamy sauce that's going to adhere well to our pasta. We're going to take you on the tour. Enjoy this tour that will show you a little bit about the farm. Meet A&T Country Canning. Welcome to our series, Farm to Fork. I'm Chef Connie Powers, and today we find ourselves in Port Hope, Ontario. We're at 1933 County Road 2 at a small farmer's market called A&T Country Canning. This is owned by 2 cousins, Annette and Tracy Harness. They operate the Canning Country Market, and the farm next door is operated by her husband, Mike, her son, Jacob. And inside, we're also going to meet employee Chase. Let's go inside the market. Hi, Tracy. I'm Connie. Hi, Annette.
Hi, Connie.
Nice to meet you. And back there is Chase. He's the employee we were talking about outside. So this is beautiful. This is so nice and country market. Take us on a little tour of what you offer here.
Okay, so we offer farm fresh fruits and vegetables. A lot of this is family that is got the gardens that we get from.
Okay. So would this all be grown in Port Hope?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This is just up the road, 5 minutes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, except the lemons.
Except for the lemons and the tomato, or the oranges, I mean.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and then we have our pork, which is farm-raised pork.
Is that from the farm next door?
We have it down on another location.
Do you sell in bulk meat? Or?
We do. We sell halves, we sell quarters, or like a side split is your best bet to buy than just a plain front or back quarter.
Yes.
Because if you do a side split with it, you can get a mixture of the front and the back of the cow.
Good point.
We also offer chicken breasts, skinless, boneless.
I saw that on your website. Your website right here gives you an ability to order online.
Yes, yeah. And then we have chicken wings and thighs. We make our own homemade pies.
Oh, on the premise?
Yeah.
Who's the bake?
Her name is Janice.
Oh, her name, she's not in the room.
No. Her name is Janice, and we make it all from our beef, our pork, our
nice.
vegetables, chicken. It's all products that's all been grown.
And you sell it in here?
We do. We sell it in that freezer. We have large pies, and then we have an individual pie, which is about a six
Oh, that's
inch
a nice
pie,
size, yeah.
so people can individually have what they want.
Oh, look at that.
This pie here is one of
Look at that. And it's frozen. Somebody can go home and cook it and smell like they've made it.
Yes. I have one lady that her kids don't realize she's quit baking.
So here's our our meat pies.
Ooh, look at
This is
that.
chicken.
So it's an 8-inch, and what do these retail for? What do you,
$16.
and the little tiny?
$7.50.
Excellent. You can probably, that's a meal right there. So this is a multi-generational farm. You were telling me that the farm was owned by your husband's grandparents. And that, but there's family that operate this farm. So Annette, you
Yes.
have a farm someplace else?
Yes, I'm located in Newcastle.
Okay, but you do like the canning. We're going to get to the canning.
Yes.
You help do that.
Yes,
That's her
correct.
baby.
Yes.
And then on your farm, you have the chickens,
I have-
ducks.
Yeah, I have chickens, ducks, turkeys, and goats.
And so the product is sold here?
Yes.
Do you have a farmer's market at your farm, or is it just
No, it's in the works.
in the works?
Yes.
Okay. Were you raised farmers?
My husband, she was.
I was.
But I wasn't. I would come from town. I'm a town girl.
You're a town girl, you're a country girl. Well, show us about this produce, because that's canning. That seems to be what, I mean, the name of your market is
Yeah.
Country Canning.
Yes.
What do we have?
That's Annette. She can show you.
Okay.
We make this together most.
Yeah.
But
We have the jams. We have the garlic jellies.
Oh, this is a really
Yeah.
nice label as well.
Yes.
So Chase, what do you do here?
I help Tracy and Annette manage their market.
And how many hours would you say you work in?
I probably put about 25 to 30
Oh,
hours
that's
into the store
nice.
a week.
But
Yeah.
then, are you done for a certain season?
No, we're open
Are you-
all year
you're
round.
open all year
We're
round?
Yeah.
All year round, yes.
7 days a week.
7
Yeah.
days a week.
Really? And you get people coming out here in the winter time?
Oh, they'll come
Yes.
out in snowstorms.
Okay, so you were about to tell me how this started. She had a brainwave.
What is it?
No, how we started was we started canning just to supply our family. And
COVID.
because of COVID. And
Right.
then she had the brainwave idea, which
So
thought she was bananas.
So COVID started in March,
yes.
and then spring came, and you're saying, let's start canning for
Yep.
more people than just our family.
Yes.
So, yeah, but this house is, you were saying, very old.
Yeah, this house is 300 years old. So in this part of this house, this used to be a stagecoach stop over home.
Oh.
So this piece, this whole section of this house was a bar.
Yes.
And when you come in the door there is where the original door was, but my husband, and then over the years got blocked off. This became the living room for everybody.
Oh, I see.
So then, that is the original wall of the structure of the.
Oh, it is too.
Yeah. And we have a horseshoe actually that's up there that was made by my husband's grandfather on the premises.
Do you work at any farmers markets? Do you?
We used to, but we don't
Yeah,
anymore.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just too busy here.
Too busy
Yeah.
here and too much.
So,
So this episode airs in the middle of the winter. People are thinking, are they still open? And yes, indeed
Yes.
you are.
yeah, we're
And-
open all year round, 7 days a week, from 10 in the morning to 5 at night.
But what about produce at that time of the year?
I'll have Ontario produce for my customers, and it's lower because
Yeah, of course.
it's not the farm fresh like we get from spring till the fall.
But it's still farm in Ontario
yeah,
that you're.
it's still farmed all in Ontario.
And I see some honey. Do you have some honey?
I do. I have honey. I have a old school friend who lives down in Welcome, and
Yeah.
he has his own bees.
Good. Now the question is, family working together, who
Yes.
gets under whose skin?
That's a 50.
Yeah. Depends on the day.
All right, let's play a game. Who's the
Yeah.
organizer? Who's the one that makes sure all the bills are paid? Who's the one that does the dirty jobs?
Depends.
Yeah, that's
Depends.
Who's the one that does the hands-on canning?
I do.
I'm the taste tester.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like you both work very hard. Thanks a lot
Yes.
for having us here. And we're back. That was a great tour. We are going to make some homemade pasta. So you can make it by hand where you're cutting it. I have this manual pasta maker. You may have one that attaches to your KitchenAid. That's great too. For every 100 gram of flour, you need 1 egg. So we're going to put in 200 grams of 00 flour. And that's the kind you want to use. All-purpose flour is going to make a little bit too gluteny and a little bit too chewy. You could also add some semolina flour. I just don't have any right now. So I'm going to add in 200 grams. It's going to make a good amount of pasta. And I find that per 100 gram is about, whoops, I went overboard, is about 1 serving. So this will be a generous 2 servings. You want to make a little hole in the middle. You can do this right on your board. I don't like that mess. And you're going to put the eggs right inside the middle. There is nothing else that needs to go in. Now, if it gets a little bit hard to mix, then I just use my fingers. I get the eggs mixed. And I start including a little bit of flour into the eggs. If it gets a little thick and I'm having a hard time, I'll add a little bit of olive oil, but prevent adding anything but the eggs and the flour. All right, so I've got the dough completely together now. It's a little bit shaggy, so I'm just going to mix it a bit. I want to soften it up, but I'm going to get it all a little bit smoother, a little bit more flexible. I like that. What I'm going to do now is it's really important for it to hydrate and for it to rest a bit. So I'm going to wrap it into a little bit of a cling wrap. I'm going to set that in the fridge for about 10 to 15 to 20 minutes maybe, and I'll be right back and we'll roll it out. Okay, a watched pot never boils, but we finally found it to boil. So we're going to salt that water. Don't be shy with it. That's what gives our pasta some flavor. I just put kosher salt in it, and now we're going to start making the pasta. So this was in the fridge for a little bit. It firmed up, and now we're going to start running it through. Now, it doesn't matter how you're making the pasta because it really was the 2 eggs to 200 grams or 1 egg to 100 gram ratio that you are interested in if you're doing it by hand. And you know, people might say, oh, it's just easy to buy a bag of dried pasta. Why am I making it? It can't be beat. It's exceptional. So we're going to, let's do this in thirds. I'm going to take 1 piece of it and I'm setting this to 0. Okay, I just added a little tiny bit of flour because I don't want my dough to stick. So we're going to run it through. It's going to be a really thick mass right now, and this is what I get first time through. So I'm going to now, I can run it through a few times, and then you just continue to get a little bit of a smaller roll. So now I've got it set to 3. I am going to fold it a few times. I'm going to give it a little bit of flour. It's, you know, you can flour it as you go. It's a little sticky. I think I'm going to go to 2. And the more you start doing it, all of a sudden, you have got some really nice pasta. It's still too thick to use. So I'm going to run it through a few times. You can fold it, run it through again. This is when you're doing it for the love of cooking. And now look, you can see it's getting a little less shaggy. It's starting to look good. That's on 2. Now this is a Mercato Atlas pasta maker. You'll see a lot of businesses use this, a lot of chefs using this one. It's a workhorse. It'll do what you need to do, and it's affordable. All right, I have got that on 4. I got a little bit of shagginess there, so that tells me that I could use a little bit more flour on it. I've got it on 4. That's going to take some to crank it through, but it's such an easy machine to use. Okay, this is how thin it is now at 4. Let's bring it up to 6. Let's see how thin we can get this without it starting to fall apart. Yeah, I've got a really nice sheet. Now, at this point, I could use this in lasagna. You'd have to cook it a bit because it's raw, but I'm going to be making some pasta. So I've got the spaghettini. I'm going to just take my handle out. It goes into the pasta shaper. Now that is really satisfying to see. I no longer have to really guide it because, whoops, did I do it? It's starting to stretch too much. And I have these spaghetti strings. This is going to be delicious. I can dry this. What I have here is my pizza board, my pizza paddle, and I use the handle. I am going to throw this right into the boiling water. So I'll take all of this, and we start that whole process again, where I take another third, I go through these steps from 2 to 5 to 7, and then I make the spaghettini. We're going to continue to make this. Thanks so much for showing up today. Don't be afraid to make your homemade pasta. That's going to cook for 3 hours. It's going to make us a delicious dinner. Until next time, keep cooking.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.